So 2019 has been a bit of a year of growth for me. I feel like my channel's growing, my photography is improving, my videography is improving, my editing's improving. Everything seems to be going in the right direction. The channel's on an upward path. I'm really happy with everything at the moment, which, you know, preempts something going wrong, no doubt. You know, that's how I feel about things, unfortunately. So I thought it'd be a really good time to look back and just, you know, chat with you about some of my favourite images over the past 12 months and, you know, some of the stories behind them. I love this image. I love everything about this image. I think it is an iconic image. I felt like on the day I'd really captured it well. Because the conditions were excellent. There was a mist in the air, and that's really added to the sky. It's given some lovely sort of depth and detail into those lights that are shining up and giving the sky its interest. I feel like I got the shot just about right. It was quiet, but there was still quite a few people on the bridge, so I managed to capture a few of those. When I started the day, and my intention was to go out and do a couple of vlogs, so I went to the South Bank and the weather was shocking, and I just thought, you know, I'm just going to wander around here and take the same shots that I always do. So I started a vlog, I walked around a bit, and I just sort of thought, oh, do you know what, this is just not going to work. So I had a drink and I chilled out and just waited until it got dark, and I went and got my camera gear, headed over to the South Bank, and the tide was out, which was absolutely fantastic. So I managed to get down onto the banks of the Thames and get some really nice images around this one, around St Paul's, around Millennium Bridge. And then to finish the evening off, I wandered up to Millennium Bridge, and it's quite quiet, and I thought, you know, I'm just going to take this classic shot. Well, I've got my tripod with me, I've got all the gear, it's not too busy, I'm just going to do it. So, and that was the result, and I love it. I really, really love it. So the second shot I want to talk about is this one from Snowdonia. It's from the Wicken Valley, and it's the series of, well, it's the small river, the small stream that runs down from Llynidwell down into the Wicken Valley and past the visitor centre there. And the reason I like this one, I think, is because, well, I like the shot. I really, really like the sky. I think the moody sky just really makes the image. I think the composition's pretty good on it. It's got a nice feel about it. But the reason I like this shot the most is because it brings back memories of a day spent with Dave Griffiths. We went up to Llynidwell, and it was so windy. It was unbelievably windy, and I wanted to get a vlog done. I wanted to, you know, spend some time. Dave didn't really want to vlog, so he just came along for the day and took some photographs on his new camera. We were on our way back down, and I've always wanted to get some shots of these waterfalls ever since I've been to Wales, and I never really got anything that I wanted. I was always sort of couldn't quite work out where I was going or what I was doing, and anyway I finally got this shot, and it's just fantastic, and it's just memories really of a really good trip. I went away with a family for a few days. We stayed in a beautiful farmhouse overlooking Portmaddock, which we're going to go to again this year or next year, which is fantastic. So some more vlogs coming from Wales in February. But yeah, it was just the memories of a really nice day, and again, it's just the atmosphere in this image. I really like it. So yeah, just a happy day and a very nice image to come out of it. The next one here is, I like it for so many reasons, but the main reason that I like this one is because it came after a particularly difficult afternoon. Now, I'm sure you will have seen my video from Shires Head, where I had a few issues with a couple of people, issues with myself really more than anything. But my plan for that day was, I remember I had this crazy idea to head up to Shires Head. I wasn't doing anything on that day, and I don't even know the reason why I decided to. I know it's half term, but I just thought, you know what, I'm going to go out and I'm going to get a vlog, or 2 vlogs actually was the plan. And I've never been to Shires Head before, and I'm going to go to Shires Head, and then I'm going to head on to somewhere else. So I posted on Facebook and spoke to a couple of people, Mally Davis being one of them and Tim Day being the other, and we agreed that we would meet at Stanage Edge for sunset. So I was like, okay, cool. Went to Shires Head, had an absolute nightmare. If I wasn't meeting anyone, I'd have gone home. Let's put it that way. But because Tim and Mally were there, got there, Mally was already, majorly excited because of the conditions, which were fantastic, may I say. And this shot came out of it, and I just love this shot. I really do. And I don't think it's really that... It's not that good a shot if you look at it critically. It's really dark in the top right hand corner. It's blown out in the top left hand corner. The foreground interest is probably too far away. It would have helped if I could have got something a bit closer in the foreground. But the light on the midground is spectacular. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I just love that light. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It was just a fantastic evening, and I always enjoy spending time with friends, as well, as I've mentioned before. And Tim and Mally were are great company. So that picture brings back a lot of memories. The light was amazing that night, and I just love that picture. I think it's in my top 3 of the year, without a doubt. I love poppies. I love everything about them. I love taking photographs of them. I love looking at them. They're so vibrant. They're so beautiful. Actually, I don't really love the bees that tend to hang around them, but other than that, I love poppies. And if you can match a field of poppies with a fantastic sunset, then you've got an amazing photo. Actually, saying that, poppies are quite hard to take photos of because the reds are so vibrant. You've got to be really careful when post-processing that you just don't completely oversaturate them and turn them into just a sea of red blobs. So it is difficult to look after them, but I just love them. And this image here really shows them off, and I just think it's a fantastic shot. I'd been out the day before to do a vlog, maybe a couple of days before, to do a vlog about poppies, and I'd gone to somewhere in near Wheathampstead in Hertfordshire, and this place is just round the corner from where I live. And I went here in 2018 to take some images, and I did a vlog, and I really wasn't expecting the poppies to be back this year, and they were so much better than they were in 2018. It's just a carpet of them. They were so dense, and it was absolutely gorgeous. The light was fantastic, the clouds were beautiful, the sunset was amazing, and I managed to get this from it. I didn't vlog it, just turned up and took some shots, and just an absolutely beautiful image of some poppies, and I'm really pleased with it. An absolute bonus this year as well is that I found a place which I absolutely love, probably my favourite singular location to take photographs from, and it's Wyman Brook near Sheffield in the Peak District, and it's just amazing. And when I went there the first time, it's a relatively under-vlogged and under-photographed area. There were not very many at all, and Tim Day suggested it to me, and we went there, and this was part of a long day for me because I got up really early and met Tim over at Lawrence Field to take some images there of the heather, and then we headed on to Wyman Brook. Warren Jones was with us as well, actually. Hello, Warren. We went over to Wyman Brook, and then I was heading off in the evening to Liverpool, I think, to do some evening photography. But Wyman Brook just blew me away. It's an amazing place, and there was so many images I could have got there, and this particular one, I just absolutely love it. I love it. I think it's probably my favourite of the year. It's not everyone's taste. It's a little bit maybe of a classic type of shot, but I love the S-bend of the water. I love the overhanging tree. It just looks fantastic. I love the detail in it. I just love everything about it. I love the image. If there were one shot that I'd taken ever that I want to blow up and put on my wall, it's this one. I just think it's fantastic. I just love it so much. Wyman Brook, what a place Wyman Brook is. If you get the chance to go there, it's just absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, that's probably my favourite shot of the year, and it's definitely my favourite place of the year. So actually now my sort of final couple of images really are from my last two shoots. This one is one of my absolute favourites, and it's been incredibly popular. It's had people who I really respect as photographers liking it and commenting on it, so that makes me really pleased. It makes me feel like, yes, you know what, I'm getting there, I'm definitely getting there. And this was from Wyman Brook, believe it or not. So this shot was taken in the same place as this shot was taken, and the difference is so stark. The difference between the days that I was there is unbelievable. The first day was just, you know, everywhere you walked, it was just bone dry. You know, there was water running obviously down the brook, but no, you know, nothing too major. This one, it was just mud and water and wet, and it was, you know, absolutely throwing it down with rain. There was a torrent of water coming through down the brook. You know, it had all been closed off essentially. It was just horrific, and I was there with Rob out, and Rob, what a lovely guy Rob is. You know, really enjoyed spending time with him, but God, what an awful day. What an awful day. But an awful day and awful conditions weather-wise led to fantastic conditions photography-wise. I absolutely love this shot. I love everything about it. I love the composition of it. I love the mist. I love the feeling of mystery. I love the fact that, you know, it takes you down into a light, although, you know, I played a little bit with that in Photoshop to bring that light out, but it's just, I just love the shot. I really love it. I took 2 or 3 shots on that day that I absolutely love, and this is top 3 again for me. Just fantastic shot, just really love it. And you know, it just goes to show that you don't have to always go out in the best conditions to get the best shots. Sometimes the worst of conditions can bring out the more interesting shots, because not many people go out there and take those shots in those type of conditions, so it kind of works. This is the last of my favourite images of the year, and this is from my last visit, my last vlog. This is from Wicken Fen. This is the Wimpum at Wicken Fen, and driving down there were banks of fog, and then like large patches of completely clear sky. It was freezing cold. It was sort of -4, -5, and I was praying all the way down there that when I got there we'd get the bank of fog and not the clear. And got there and got these conditions, and it was freezing, and there was a hoarfrost, and it was also foggy, and then the sun came up, and it was just absolutely amazing. And it's just one of those shots that sort of fell into your lap. You know, I stood there at the time. There was on the exact point that I took this shot, there was a guy stood right next to me called Nigel Northwood, and if you look on his Instagram, you'll see he's got almost exactly the same shot as that. But you couldn't do anything else with that. You couldn't take any other shot. It was just, that was the shot. But the atmosphere of the shot, and the tree on the left, and the sun, and the boardwalk leading away, and the colours, and the light, and everything, it's just gorgeous. And I just really love that shot, and I'm so pleased it was just a fantastic day. And Wicken Fen's an amazing place. Forget about the wind pump. It's just the fens there are fantastic as well, and it's a really great place to go and take photos. And yeah, that's one of my absolute favourites of the year as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this little trip down memory lane for me, trip down the last year, just to be a bit self-indulgent and talk about my favourite photos from myself this year. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope that you agree with me. If you don't, then let me know. Maybe there are some photos that I've taken that you think are better than these, or maybe you don't think these photos are that good. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I always appreciate it. I really enjoy interacting with you guys, and I really enjoy your comments. So yeah, please feel free to disagree with me or agree with me in the comments below. Anyway, look, I hope you guys have a fantastic Christmas. I hope you have a really good New Year, and I'll probably see you before then. Well, you'll see me before then, but if not, then have a fantastic Christmas and a really fantastic New Year, and I'll see you again really soon.